Hello, YouTube family. Auntie is here. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture. We're starting off with sad news. Let's get this. I was going to start off by talking about Whitney Houston. Jennifer Hudson did the big tribute last night, the American Music Awards 50th anniversary, and just getting word that Whitney Houston's mom, Sissy Houston, has died at the age of 91. Sissy Houston was a celebrated singer in her own right, starting off, with gospel. Then she became this background singer for the likes of Elvis Presley and many country artists, working with Aretha Franklin. That's how they became so close with Dionne Warwick. And she just had this incredible voice. But when she passed that gene on to Whitney Houston, everything took off. Her mother, pushed her into modeling and singing. And Whitney Houston wound up being one of the greatest celebrated singers ever. A lot of good times, of course, with her daughter and her family, but also losing her granddaughter, Bobby Christina. Losing Whitney Houston, everything that surrounded the death of a Whitney Houston. She was a celebrated singer, and they recently did a big thing in Newark, New Jersey to celebrate Sissy Houston's musical legacy. We take this time to remember Sissy Houston. She was 91 years old. Like I said, I was going to talk about the American Music Awards. The 50th anniversary celebration was last night, or they aired it on CBS. Jennifer Hudson came and brought the house to its feet with her tribute to Whitney Houston. Other outstanding performances, I know I'm always joking about Mariah Carey, but she was amazing last night with that hit, We Belong Together, which, by the way, is like 23 years old. You never think about how old the song is. You had Chaka Khan, Sheila E., Gladys Knight. If you missed it, it is streaming on Paramount Plus. Plus, you can go on YouTube and go on all socials to find highlights. A highlight for me was Nelly teaming up with the Saint Lunatics back in 2000 when Nelly came on the scene. He was there. You had Jaquan. You had Chingy. They did Hot in Here. They did Tipsy. They did all their hits. And what's interesting about those two performing together, the Saint Lunatics are suing Nelly because they said they never got credit for when they first came out with the 2000 album. But they said they enjoyed working together last night. But it was a really, really, really good show. Like I said, search it out on YouTube. It's streaming on Paramount Plus, the 50th anniversary of the American Music Awards. Well, Diddy's mom, Puffy's mom, Janice Combs, is talking. She's 84 years old, and she says she's heartbroken over the loss of her son's freedom. I'm going to tell you what hurts him more than being in jail: the loss of public adoration and public acceptance, because it's gone and there's no turning back. Janice Combs said he shouldn't have paid off Cassie so quickly. That was real fast, like almost 48 hours later, that girl got money. She said it opened the floodgates for people seeking financial gain. She says it hurts those who are victims of sexual assault. She's tired of the jokes. She says the world has turned against her son for money and financial gain. She says she knows her son is not perfect, but she doesn't like the public lynching. This story is developing and developing. So far, 60 men and women, those who say they were underage at the time, have come forward with charges. Now, some people, they say, are being paid off who may be involved. And they said one of the superstars involved in this was known to spread herpes. Allegedly, we got to say allegedly to spread herpes. This story is getting wilder and wilder, and soon that other shoe is going to drop, where we are going to hear other names involved in this willingly or unwillingly, the lives that were destroyed. But Janice Combs is talking. Garth Brooks, the country legend sensation, he's been accused of sexual assault and battery. A makeup artist that not only worked with him, but worked with his wife. He's married to country superstar Trisha Yearwood. They're saying at the time of this report, Trisha Yearwood and Garth's 3 daughters are standing by his side. Richard Simmons, when he was buried, he died in July 76. He didn't go out in no suit and tie. Richard Simmons had on his exercise gear, a tank top and shorts. Jussie Smollett, I had a chance to speak with him a couple weeks ago. He's got that new movie with Vivica Fox in AMC theaters, Lost Holiday. He says he put up $3 million in that hoax case because he didn't want a felony on his record for something he didn't do. John Amos, the other side, the side that kept everything secret for 45 days, is speaking out. And they're claiming that they didn't tell anybody that he was dead because John Amos did not want a circus because he thought his daughter would start a whole circus because the family is feuding, the son and the daughter. Well, it's already a circus when you found out 45 days later that he died. They also claim that he wanted to be cremated to avoid an investigation into his death. The woman who they say was saying she was his play daughter, they kill me with that play daughter stuff. She was actually his publicist for the past 30 years. And she was the one at the hospital saying, I'm his daughter. And she says, I said that because I was like a daughter to him, his play daughter. Again, it's already turned into a circus. That's all I'm going to say. I want to make sure I don't miss anything. At the box office, the movie The Joker with Joaquin Phoenix and Lady Gaga was #1 at $40 million, but it's a flop, y'all. That movie cost $190 million to make. If you remember the original Joker, it's kind of like a horror movie, weird. They didn't turn this darn thing into a musical. Sometimes you just got to say, who asked for that? Who asked for that? Wendy Williams' son, Kevin Jr., could he wind up being Wendy's guardian as she battles dementia and aphasia and inability to talk? Could he be the one to pick up the pieces in her life? That guardian, I don't trust the guardian because we don't know where the money went, and don't trust the ex-husband, Kevin Hunter, who has the audacity to want this divorce overturned because he said millions on millions of dollars was being kept for him. See, Kevin Sr., he owed child support. He'd had a baby by the side chicken, ain't got no money, and she didn't left because the money is gone. He's going to find his way. Could he be pushing his son to be her legal guardian? Singer and actress Halle Bailey, Little Mermaid star, has broken up with her son's father, rapper Diddy G. Many couples don't survive that first year, particularly if they're not married. You know, the fun stops after the baby shower with the baby because then real life kicks in. No sleep, who's changing diapers, who's getting up in the middle of the night, who's doing this, who's doing that. The rapper Diddy G claims he's being harassed since his breakup with Halle Bailey, but a very sad situation there with those two. R. Kelly's ex-wife, Drea Kelly, is ready to tell all. The 50-year-old dancer was married to R. Kelly for 13 years. They had 3 kids. Now she wants to talk about, I guess, why she stayed. She knew stuff was going on. You at least know your husband is cheating. She's ready to tell all in a new book. Before we go further, because this was like the first thing on my mind, pray for Florida. This is going to be like the worst hurricane to ever hit that state. Earlier this year, I read a thing, and they said that this year was going to be the worst hurricane year ever. And it's the warmth of the waters, particularly in the Atlantic and in the Gulf. They said it feels like bath water, and you see what happened with Helene. And it's not just the states, it's the trickle effect. Georgia, North Carolina, but this path that's headed towards Florida, it's devastating. A category 5, devastation on devastation on devastation. Please pray for them. They're being ordered to evacuate. That is no fun. Years ago, I was in Florida for a Tom Joyner broadcast, and we had to get the heck out. That was the longest 12 hours of my life. And you know how you see a map, you see the Florida Panhandle, and you think, oh, it's a little. It took us 12 hours to get through that, to get into Louisiana, to get to New Orleans, to get a flight out to bring us back east. But pray for those in Florida. They're natural disasters. I believe in global warming. The waters are so warm, and they just feed and they churn, and these hurricanes are getting worse. What are butt shots? I know, here I go with the segue. What are butt shots? Cardi B recently opened up about her experience with butt shots. She's had 95% of them removed. She started getting them in the basement of someone's home in 2014. What are butt shots? They are liquid silicone gel biopolymers that are injected into your butt to give that big booty. They're finding with these butt shots, it leaves you with rotting flesh, skin turning black from infections, a whole lot of pain. If someone says to you, oh, I'm doing butt shots in my basement, you don't go to that. You don't go to that. You just don't. So many women are putting their lives in danger for so-called beauty, for so-called the perfect butt, the perfect booty. You're going to kill yourself because you're injecting stuff into your body. And as it goes throughout your body, the poisons and the problems. And I'm glad she's opening up because she's had breast implants, nose job, liposuction. But to warn other people, stay away from these butt shots. Stay away from them. They are not good. Madonna mourning the loss of her brother, 63-year-old Christopher Ciccone. He had been by her side for much of her career. He died of cancer. Kanye West, I hear he's divorcing his wife. She tired. She hasn't been seen with him in weeks. And I guess she just said, enough is enough. You know, sometimes you get tired of somebody. She just said, enough is enough. I hear the two are on the brink of divorce. And Al Pacino, 84, is baby mama. They just had a kid. She's 30. They said she got caught cheating with talk show host Bill Maher. That Bill Maher, he's 68. She loves an older man. She does not change course for anyone. I had a ton of stories. Oh, to hear this news about Sissy Houston. She was 91 years old, and the force behind her daughter pushing her career, this great success that she had with Whitney Houston, also the great tragedy that she has endured with the loss of not only Whitney, but the granddaughter Bobby Christina, and all of the controversy surrounding everything. Prayers going out to the Houston family. Sissy Houston was not only the matriarch, but she was a celebrated singer in her own right. Sissy Houston, rest in peace. She was 91. I tell you, I'll talk to you guys for a couple of days, and I keep going over my notes to make sure, because I had so much that I wanted to talk about and touch on and all that good stuff. But it's a Monday, and it's good to be back. It's not cute not knowing, and now we know. Thanks for joining me. The notification bell will let you know that I am here. Subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment. I want to hear from you. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Thanks so much for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'm Patty Jackson. I am your auntie of pop culture.